Our next guest is a genuine hero. He was an Amazon worker who organized a strike over safety conditions at a New York Amazon warehouse. He's a whistleblower that exposed Amazon's unsafe working conditions and its treatment of its workers. And in retribution, Amazon fired him. Leaked memos revealing that Amazon executives tried to launch a smear campaign against him. And currently, he is helping organize upcoming actions against Amazon and Jeff Bezos' treatment of workers. We're always pleased to have him with us. Please welcome Christian Smalls. Hey, Christian, how are you?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
So I'm doing great. So tell us what you're doing. You got an action planned here in Southern California for this weekend. So tell us about it.
Yeah. So my organization, TCOEW, we've been traveling to Jeff Bezos mansions all across the country. We started off in New York City. His $80 million mansion out there. We went down to Washington, D.C., protesting in front of his mansion down there. May have heard about that famous guillotine that was set up in front of his residence.
Yeah.
Kind of stirred up some good trouble. And then now we're heading to L.A. This is our next plan of action, call to action, on this Sunday at 2 p.m. in Beverly Hills. It's a $165 million mansion. So what we're trying to go out there and do is we're going to bring some organizations, environmental organizations like Extinction Rebellion. We have Sunrise LA, UTLA. We also have some students coming out there to speak, and we're trying to combine all these labor movements and environmental movements and social injustice movements together.
So that's what's the main objective of this of what this action this weekend?
The wealth tax. Jeff Bezos made $90 billion as of today. Half of the country is facing eviction or unemployment. And, we feel like this is the time for us to fight back against the oligarchs of the country. And Jeff Bezos is the top of the food chain. He's the richest man in the world. And the working class people are struggling out here. And the workers have been exploited. Small businesses has been exploited. And there's so many crises that's going on in the country and the world that these billionaires could absolutely provide some type of financial relief for with their resources and an abundance of money. We just want to advocate for that. So we're all coming together in solidarity, and we're going to do that on Sunday.
So if people want to join you and help join your protests of Amazon and Jeff Bezos, is there a website or something they can go to?
Sure, absolutely. We have our Facebook events up on the Extinction Rebellion page. We have my website, tcoew.org. Also follow me on Twitter, shut_down Amazon. We've been promoting it all week, and we definitely have event pages up and links that everybody can find and just join up. Especially if you're in the LA area and you have nothing going for Sunday, please, we encourage you to join us in Beverly Hills. We'll be at Will Rogers Memorial Park, I believe.
Yeah,
that's the name of it.
Yeah. All right, fantastic. I've been to that Memorial Park many times. All right. Yeah. So now, how do you? What's the mood out there with workers like you and during in this pandemic, and after we see the Congress isn't doing anything for people at all? Democrats, Republicans, they gave $5 trillion to the richest oligarchs in the country, but they didn't do anything for people like you. And so. What do you see as the mood? Do you think do you see people realizing they're going to have to fight whoever wins this election, and they're getting ready to?
Well, Jimmy, this is the third time I've been on your show.
Yeah.
6 months later, ever since I've been fired, 6 months later, we're still going through the same thing. I don't know if you heard, but they just finally released a report that 20,000 Amazon employees contracted this virus. So 20,000, that's what they allege to claim that have contracted, that tested positive. 6 months later, I don't know if it was strategic or it's a part of their PR or whatever they're trying to do, but it's a shame that 6 months later, workers are still in the same position as of day one. You know, we have workers that still coming out to me on the daily with horrific stories, and they are afraid to still speak up against the company. You know, but there was a walkout, and I believe Kenosha last night, the facility over there, workers walking out. So workers are still angry, upset, and they want change. We are not going to rest. You know, this is the time of unrest right now, with all the things that's going on in the country. And, you know, essential workers in the working class, we're just trying to fight back because we can't just stand for nothing. You know, we're tired of being treated, you know, like we're nothing. We're tired of it.
Well,
So
do you feel like workers are starting to understand that they have all the power in this economy? Because when this pandemic hit, it was obvious who has the power in this economy. It's people like you, it's Amazon workers, it's grocery store workers, it's UPS drivers. I mean, these are the essential workers, you know, hospital workers. These are the essential workers. So do you think that the workers are starting to understand that?
I believe they understand it. But the thing is, it's not the reality of the situation. You know, we were deemed essential workers by the government and by our local officials, but you know, we're not treated as essential workers. We're not treated essential. That's the difference. And that's the discrepancy there. You know, that we are supposed to be the lifeline, the bloodline of the country, and we're not paid well. We're not able to take sick leave. We don't have Medicare. We don't have child care for single parents. And Amazon definitely doesn't take care of associates that are trying to take these medical leaves now. It's a lot of things, a lot of issues that just not being talked about enough. And, you know, the workers are realizing that we do have power. We have power to strike and fight back and speak up. But it's just still divisive because these companies do a very good job with their PR, very good job of keeping information away from the public that they don't want them to know, controlling the media with their propaganda commercials, controlling the narrative with their, you know, with their power to, you know, reach out to any media outlet and put out an article on it on any given day. So it's just a lot of things that we had to just realize that we had to take our power and utilize it together collectively, because if we do things separately, we don't get as much traction. So this is what I've been trying to do, you know, travel the country, gain as much support as I can, gain as much workers' power as I can. Eventually we'll have more power than Congress. This is the reason why I call my organization the Congress of Essential Workers, because we'll have more power than Congress one day. And when Congress is like, you know, we have a pandemic, but we need y'all to go to work, we're going to be like, well, if we're not protected and we're not paid up to par, then we're not doing anything. We're going to shut it down.
Has anybody approached you about talking about a general strike? You know,
well, it's funny you bring it up because on Sunday, with some of the organizations I've been partnering up with, we're going to call a general strike on Sunday. We talked about it. I kind of tweeted about it here and there. We want to call the general strike for Election Day. We feel like that's the best day possible because most people will be home. There's really no need to shop. And that'll be the easiest way to actually pull up a successful general strike. So I'm glad to have the opportunity to say it tonight on your platform, and to everybody that's watching at home. Election Day general strike will be the best thing possible.
Oh, wow. Thank you for dropping that on our show. I appreciate it. All right. So we'll look forward to that. And besides going to your website, what is your website again?
My website is tcoew.org.
And what does that stand for? What does that stand for?
TCOEW, the Congress of Essential Workers.
TCOEW, the Congress of Essential Workers.com?
.org.
Okay. We'll put a link underneath the video to your website. You could also check out Extinction Rebellion's Facebook page, right, for the actions. So you're doing this action this weekend at Bezos' house here in Beverly Hills, or is it, Bel Air? It doesn't matter. And
yeah.
Do you have anything else planned?
Well, yeah, you know, after LA, we're going to just collect ourselves again, and we're going to do the next biggest demonstration we can possibly do. You know, I'm over here in New York and New Jersey area, so there's a lot of things going on in regards to social injustice. But what I like to do once again is continue to combine all these different things. And we combine all these movements like the social injustice movement, the environmental movement, and the labor movement. That's enough people's power.
That's right.
So whatever people, you know, whatever thing that's going on, I'm more than welcome to join in solidarity. So I'm asking people to reach out to me. And I'm absolutely going to be planning something in the near future after LA. Just stay tuned, you know, stay with us. Let's keep the people's power going in the streets. And let's just continue to fight back, you know, because this is the time. The time is now. Christian
Smalls, everybody check out the action he's doing against Jeff Bezos all across the country. This weekend, he's here in Los Angeles going against Jeff Bezos, another one of his mansions. Christian Smalls, thank you for your work. Thanks for your leadership. Thanks for getting it done. And thanks for coming on the show.
Absolutely. And always a pleasure. And thank you for having me.
Okay, buddy.
I really do appreciate it.
Hey, everybody, this is the part where I tell you where all our live shows are, but there aren't any. And then this is where I tell you to join our premium program and get extra content, but nobody's got a fucking job. So just enjoy the video.